Welcome to today's masterclass. It's going to be an amazing 75 minutes. I'm Steve Black. I'm an internationally known author and speaker. I've been helping real estate agents and affiliates for over 25 years be successful with marketing. I'm the founder of the AI and Social Media Success Series. Today we're going to be talking about how to build an unforgettable brand. We're going to be talking about marketing. We're going to talk about social media. We're going to talk about artificial intelligence. I promise I'll give you more information in 75 minutes than most speakers are going to give you in a 2-day session. Let me ask you one question. I want to make sure I'm with the right group of people. Who's looking to make more money than they're making? Could I see a raise of hands? All right. If you believe it's possible, say it's possible. And say the magic words. Say, I am responsible. You're responsible for getting here today, for showing up, for feeding your mind with the information you need to be successful. And if you're joining us virtually, send me a text if you're joining me. In fact, everybody, get out your phones because I want to send you some follow-up from today. Those of you that are online, you should have received in your welcome email a workbook. I'm going to put that into the chat box. If you didn't have time to print it, 7 pages, go ahead and grab 3 or 4 pieces of paper. For those of you in the room and virtual, my number is at the bottom of the page. It's 407-790-1141. If you'll check in, just send me a text with your first and last name. And when I get out of today's class, I'll send you a couple gifts. I'm going to send you a list of what I call lifestyle success pictures that I want you to get going with over the next 30 days. I'm going to send you some AI tools as well. The only way you get these is if you send me a text and check in. So if you're virtual or in person, 407-790-1141, please send me a text. Terrific. I need your name. So let's, I don't know why that's showing up small there. Good, yeah, I'll probably want them just to see my screen. They can see that now, right? Yep. Awesome, everybody. So thanks for sending that text. I'll be getting back to you. Write down my social media handle. This is going to be our first lesson of the day. My social media handle is Steve Black Speaker. Steve Black Speaker. And the reason it's our first lesson of the day, it's the same on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. It's what we call universal branding. And guess what I want you to do? Universal branding. In the next week, I want you to go through all your handles, and I want it to be your first name, last name, realtor. Okay? I usually get a question at this time, but I have the website, movewithmichelle.com. And I say, well, nobody's Googling Move with Michelle. But if you're committed to something like a vanity URL, you need to be consistent and have the same handle everywhere. One of your goals with social media is to gain a following. And some of you have made it really hard to find you. So you're going to have the same social handle on all the sites. You should go to GoDaddy and you should invest in the domain name that's similar. So guess who owns the domain name Steve Black Speaker? So I own my website is steveblackspeaker.com. My handles are all Steve Black Speaker. And this is what you want in your business. Everybody say, I understand. All right. Now you're like, well, how do I change all the profiles? That's in my class that I can offer you. It's called write down Universal Branding. It's a 12-minute video. Okay? I run the AI and Social Media Success Series. My goal in being here today is to give you the best 75 minutes of training you've ever been through, for you to walk out of here with 5 to 10 good takeaways that will make you more money in 2025. And then I'm going to be taking maybe 10 or 12 of you into our program at 90% off. We had a Cyber Monday sale. They weren't able to get me out here on Monday. No worries at all. We've reopened that offer for you, and there is some information in your handouts about it. I apologize in advance. I can't do it for everybody, but this is a limited promotion. So if you like my style, if you feel like you need more training beyond what I can give you in 75 minutes, I invite you to spend the next 2 years with us, where we'll get together once a month. It'll be like doing this 24 different times on 24 topics. You'll have the resources that I showed to make your stuff look incredible and to help you get more done in less time and build and make more money. With that being said, everybody go back to your worksheet, and I'd like everybody to start up at the top where it says the gray box is there. And I want you to imagine in 2025 that you're really focused, you're really motivated, you're consistent in your marketing, both offline and online. Your attitude is right. You know, you've been through the valley of the death. You've been through the worst part. In 35 years, that was the least transactions ever in the last 35 years. So if you had a rough year, it's understandable. But guess what? The future's so bright, you should be wearing shades. Bitcoin's at an all-time high. Stock market's at an all-time high. Real estate's going to be rising as demand rises. You know, I live in Naples, Florida. I must have 20 friends. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what happens with the election. You know, what happens with the economy. I'll probably make a move in 2025. I hear that every day. Who's heard that before, right? And so you've got to do a checkup from the neck up. Go from it's tough out there to it's going to be incredible. And the only way you're going to be successful is if you have the right mindset and the right skills, and I'm going to get you started today. So with that being said, write down that big goal. How much money do you want to make in the next year? What's your gross commissions going to be? 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, a million? Set a good, high, realistic goal. I'd like everybody to set a high goal. I'd rather you reach for the stars and grab the moon than reach for the moon and grab a rock. You know, a lot of people, they write down $100,000. I go, well, that's not enough. You'll be broke. By the time you pay, 7% marketing, 3% personal development, dues, everything else, you're not going to have enough left over for you. You said, but I'm part-time. I said, well, that's a different situation. But I'm looking for people who are in it to win it. Who's in it to win it? Could I see a raise of hands? All right. So write down a 5-year goal. And this is really important. People overestimate what they could do in a year, and they underestimate what they could do in 5 years. I used to say in 5 years, you could go from flat broke to a millionaire. I tell people now it's 18 months. If you just get going, you invest right, you increase your earning ability. When you increase your earning ability, your credit goes up, you're able to borrow, you're able to leverage, and if you do it in a smart way, you become a millionaire in 18 months if you're smart. And a million's not what it used to be, but it's still better off having a million than not having a million. Who would agree with that one? Could I see a raise of hands? All right, so write down a goal over the next 5 years, make $1 million to $3 million. That would be my goal for you. If you're a family member, you said, what should I make? I said somewhere between $1 million and $3 million over the next 5 years. Some of you could do better than that. All right, I have one lady I'm working with out of DC. Her 5-year goal is to make $10 million in commission over the next 5 years, and I'm going to get her there. All right, put down 2 90-day goals. The first 90-day goal I'd like you to write down. In the next 90 days, how many listings are you going to get? So we're as we record this, mid-December, I'm going to give you an extra couple weeks. So between now and the end of March 31st, if I saw you on the streets of Chantilly, you say, Coach Steve, you really fired me up that day. I was able to go out there and get 6 listings, or I was able to get 9 listings, or I was able to get 12 listings. Those examples are just 2 a month, 3 a month, or 4 a month. You set your thermostat. Write down how many listings you're going to take. Make a side note to this. 20 conversations with homeowners is going to equal 1 listing. So if you want to get 2 listings a month, how many homeowners would you have to talk to? 40. Here's the money question. Who's talked to 40 homeowners in the last 30 days? All right, so we need to turn up the volume. Everybody write down STP. STP. When I was growing up, I liked NASCAR. And then there was this race car, Richard Petty, number 43. And it had on the hood of his car, it said STP. It was an advertisement for a gas treatment. My dad was in sales, so I asked him, what's STP? He says, see the people. Right? Some of your prospecting efforts need gas treatment. You need to pick it up. And it's the best time of year to start to call people right now. Not to bother them, not to cold call them, but to pick up the phone and say, hey, Samir, I haven't talked to you in a while. Happy holidays. Want to wish you a blessed 2025. Listen, I notice we're not connected on social. I'm starting to use it more. Are you more active on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn? Great, I look forward to staying in better touch. I wish you and your family the best. Maybe along the way, he says, you know, it's funny you're calling. I'm thinking of doing something in real estate. You say, well, it's really easy for me to run. Write this down, everybody. A home equity analysis. It's the same thing you call a CMA. But nobody wants your CMA. You know why we found out? They don't know what CMAs are, believe it or not. We sat in a room with all my coaches. And I said, listen, people are using the script that we gave them and they're having a challenge. It's a few years ago. Only 1 out of 10 people that they call and contact say, I want your CMA. And the 28-year-old raises her hand and she goes, Coach Steve, I don't think they know what it is. And I laughed. I said, everybody knows what a CMA is. She goes, I didn't before I worked here. Another kid says, I didn't know it either. So we changed the words to home valuation. And sure enough, it worked. Every 10 phone calls our students made, they get 2 yeses instead of 1. But we sat down, we said, why? Why don't more people want it? It's free, it's valuable to them. And the coach said they think they could get it free on Zillow. I said, are you kidding me? This is so much better. It's a 17-page report. It's got what's sold, what's on the market. It's got your interpretation of it. They think they could get it on Zillow. I said, well, let's change the word. So we changed it to home equity analysis. 17-page report. Detail what's on the market, what's sold. Write this down. It's easy for me to get it to you. Nobody wants to inconvenience you. They say, well, if it's no problem, I wouldn't mind getting it. You say, it's super easy. I just press a few keystrokes. Let me confirm your email address. So whenever you're talking to people, bring them something of value. Does that make sense? And that's the easiest, most high-value thing you could do. And it gives you this opportunity. Write down qualify. So you're just making side notes right now. Qualify. I say I've got 2 versions of the report. One's for people that are making a move in the next 1.5 to 2 years. The other's for people that just want to have the data. Which one should I get to you? He says, well, my dad's estate's in probate. When that clears, I'll probably be moving. Get me the one for somebody that's going to move in the next 2 years. And what do you have on your hands? A hot prospect. And that's where you say, well, listen, I'm out your way 3 times a week. Why don't I bring it by in person? I'll bring by a bottle of wine. We can see what you've done with the house. And you have a listing appointment without having to call it a listing appointment. Does this make sense, everybody? And I have brand new agents all around the world, as well as veterans, that are coachable and they're action takers. They're doing this. And they're bringing in a deal a week because they do this 5 times a day, 4 days a week. And that's their prospecting plan. But backing up to what we're talking about today. So we're talking about listings. Write down another goal in the gray box. If I saw you on the streets of your town at the end of March, how much volume will you have? So let's say you sold 2 $500,000 condos a month. You'd be looking at a volume of about 3 million. You sell $2 million properties a month, you'd be looking at a volume of 6 million. 2 $500,000 properties a year, by the way, folks. I mean, a month per year. That's 24 deals, 500,000. That's 300,000 in commission for you if you're trying to have help with your goal of how much money you should make. And believe me, if your life depended on it, if you had to save your kids' lives, you find a way to get 2 listings a month. You discipline yourself to have these conversations. And I'm going to show you today how to use simple social media strategies to generate the conversations, turn content into commissions, and turn it into profits. So with that being said, who did set some goals to do better than they're doing? Could I see a raise of hands? Okay, who set some goals to do about the same? All right, who's looking to do worse in life? Could I see a raise of hands? All right, who's not answering my questions? Who's here just for the pizza, okay? All right, everybody put your hands up. Who's looking to do better in life? Everybody get your hands up. I've never met somebody that says, no, I want to do worse. I want worse relationships. I want worse health. I want to make less money. But doing better is not an accident. It's a choice. You showed up today, virtually, in person. And Justin, we've got people in the waiting room. If you could keep an eye on that, I'm letting 13 folks in right now. All right. So if you're looking to do better in life, you got to do things different. Everybody put your hands like this. Let me show you. Virtual folks, just joining us. You haven't missed anything. We're just setting goals at this point. All right. If you put the left thumb over the right thumb, please stand up. Please stand up if you put the left thumb over the right thumb. Awesome. Awesome. Look around, everybody. Our research shows that these people are more intelligent than the average person. Give yourselves a hand. Justin, I don't know if there's a way for me to see the folks that are virtual and for the folks that are virtual to turn on their cameras. That would be a great thing on the monitor for me to look at. If not, that's not a problem. All right, if you put the right thumb over the left thumb, please stand up. I always lose a few at this point. What's your name? Rick, and the rest of you. What's your name? Okay, our research shows that you're the sexy people in the room. Rick's like, I knew that. All right, everybody put your hands back together. Flip your thumbs around. How's that feel? Doesn't feel good. Awkward, strange, right? She feels sexier, right? Anytime you try to do something different in life, it's going to feel awkward. Like social media. Maybe you're a very private person. Maybe you're the person that says, I don't even like social media. You know, I have a lot of those students. And then I got them liking social media. And you know what happened along the way? They tripled their income. Because now they're not a secret agent. People in their warm market that know them from church, synagogue, mosque, they now know them as that person that is also an intelligent consultant to them for the real estate business. Maybe it's an issue of just reminding people you haven't talked to in 3 or 4 years that you're still out there, you're still alive, you're still doing business. And if you're over 50, the key word is out there and alive. Right? All right. So with that being said, strap on your seatbelts. We're going to get going real fast now. So here are the 5 things we're focusing on. You have the filled-in workbook, so I'm going to go through this pretty quick. But number 1, personal branding. So you have marketing, and then you have branding. Branding is what you're known for, right? So your brand needs to define who you are, whether it's your color scheme, being consistent, your logo, the niche you serve. We're going to explore that. When I get back to Florida, where I live, my maid will have taken 50 to 70 postcards that I've received in the 3 weeks I've been gone, and they will all be in the trash, so I don't even have to look at them. And they all say the same thing. They say, I'm honest, dependable, reliable. So if that's your marketing message, we need to do a checkup from the neck up and rethink it. I say, keep this one, guys. Throw everything else away. Keep this one, guys. She goes, why do we keep his and throw everybody else away? I said, because it's valuable to me. She goes, why is it valuable? I go, he's the residential investment specialist. Every time he sends me something, there's a tip, there's an idea, there's a strategy for me to go ahead and be more effective with real estate investing. He's taught me about tools like virtual lock boxes, so now I don't have to pay somebody to drive across town and let a tenant in at 2 a.m. that's been locked out of their house. All right? So he taught me about renovation loans when he interviewed a lender and said, hey, there's ways to go ahead and finance your next property for 120% and use that extra money for rehabs. Allowed me to acquire more property. He's the one that shares tips on how to do background checks and screen tenants and what I want to choose. I love this guy. When I get home, I can't wait to go and see what he sent me. She goes, sir, how do I know it's his? I said, it's got the aqua logo and the lion. He works at a big firm, but he's got his own logo. Who's got their own logo going on? So Samson's great name, and then you have your logo on the marketing materials. Same look going out every month. So when I see it, I know it's his, and I'm like, don't throw that one away. So that's branding really done right. You're going to talk about social media, the right way to do it, and it might not be how your 14-year-old nephew's telling you to do it. Hey, Mom, you got to be on TikTok. Might not be the right advice, okay? It would be if you're selling to 21-year-old Bitcoin billionaires. But if you're selling to looking for listings from 60-year-old seniors that are looking to downsize, they're not on TikTok. They're on Facebook. But your 14-year-old saying, hey, Facebook's not cool. It's for old people. And they're right. But guess who owns more real estate, 21-year-olds or 60-year-olds? So it becomes an issue of really what do you want to achieve. The third thing we're going to explore today is video marketing. I'm going to show you lots of specific examples, especially reels. You're like, oh, but no, I don't like video. I don't like the way I look or sound. Anybody other than me that you don't like the way you look or sound on camera? Could I see a raise of hands? Please be honest with me. And I coach gorgeous agents. I coach ugly agents. They all feel the same. I don't like the way I look on camera. But they join us on our monthly classes. They get in the Facebook group. They see somebody that, has a face better for radio than TV doing it. And they're like, if they could do it, I could do it. And then they do it and they're like, wow, I wish I did this a few years ago. I know it would have worked because it's working now. And then I've got other ways that you could do it without having to talk. Faceless reels, point-to-text reels. And we'll be exploring some of that today. And number 4, quality content on a consistent basis. Do you think most agents and affiliates are consistent or wildly inconsistent? Like they do it when they have extra time. You guys, your glass is as full as it's ever going to get. It's overflowing with family and things and to-dos and renewals and everything else you got to do. So you got to know how to go ahead and pour out. And part of that is learning AI so it can be your personal assistant 24/7. I can save you 3 hours a week by showing you some simple strategies. Now you got an extra 12 hours a month. You invest 2 hours a month back with me. You got 10 hours for marketing or family. Does that sound decent? All right. And then most importantly, with all the tech stuff, you got to know what to not get involved with because really it's just a shiny object waste of your time or it's fundamental. Like fundamental to me with ChatGPT. Who's actually using OpenAI models on a regular basis? Not just heard about them, like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude. About 5 of you. Okay. So those of you that didn't raise your hands, rest assured, if you just applied this, you'd save an extra 3 hours a week. Like when I get an email, I write like a 4th grader. You're going to see in a few seconds. I make typos, I misspell things. So that doesn't behoove me as the CEO of the AI and Social Media Success Series. My staff for years has been, Coach, just send me the draft. I'll go ahead and rewrite it for you, right? So now I don't have to send it to my admin, wait for it to get back 3 hours later. I go to ChatGPT, I say, respond to this email with empathy and a professional tone, and it writes a perfectly crafted email, takes me 0 time, and then my staff is like, who did he hire? And it's ChatGPT. So many different applications and uses for it. Creativity. I'm going to show you, I'm going to share with you my ultimate listing workflow today. I don't usually share that in an open environment. Because you showed up and because you're online, you're going to have access to this. So let's start today with going into branding. And we're going to go into the Personal Branding Masterclass. You don't have this, so just follow along with me. These correlate with your notes on your worksheet. We talked about lifestyle pictures. We're talking about branded hashtags. We're talking about universal branding. We're talking about finding your niche. So this is a 24-page workbook. Those of you that move forward with me, you're gonna set up a binder. And now, if you find yourself at the airport, passenger seat of the car, waiting at the doctor's office, you can knock something out, make your time worthwhile. Commanders are blowing somebody out by 30 points, throw your headphones on, watch the game, and take your class. You have the time to do this. But in this class, you're gonna identify who your niche is. So let me give you a couple examples. So this is a senior real estate specialist. One of our students, this is her Facebook business page cover. It tells the story of who she is, what she does, and where she does it. Okay? When I looked you guys up off of the registration list, it was very different than this. Let's just put it that way. Some of you had business pages where it was blank. Screams unprofessional. Some of you had just a Samson logo there, but they were missized. They didn't look good on the devices I was looking at them on. Very few of you had what I'm showing you, which is something that would give me your contact info, show me what you look like, show me, what your houses look like in the market you serve. So this is simple template. Who's using canva.com? Let me see a raise of hands. Okay, write that down. If you didn't raise your hand, you need to get a canva.com subscription, C-A-N-V-A. There's a free version. I would highly recommend the paid version. This time of year, you could pay for it. Now it's tax deductible 2024, and you get to use it all in 2025, right? So you're looking for places to invest. Okay, your job as a business owner, make money, reinvest, make more money. That's how Jeff Bezos became the richest man in the world. Maybe Musk is now. Both of them have the same philosophy. They didn't go out there, get on Amazon, make money, and then take 3 weeks off and go to Jamaica. That's not their game plan. But that's a lot of realtors' game plan, right? They get a check, we don't see them for 3 weeks. Then it's like this. The only time they're motivated is when they've missed 2 car payments. I don't want you to be that person. I want you to be this person. It doesn't mean you have to work a lot, but the time you work, I want it to be profitable for you. Anyways, you're looking at a gal who is focused on the senior market. After going through our class, she realized I need to go from being honest, dependable, reliable to focusing on seniors. I taught her as her page, go out there, follow Senior Living Magazine, AARP. I said, go ahead and identify in your local community who are the people that also market to seniors. She says she identified, hey, there's a gym that has a silver sneaker program. There's a travel agency on Main Street. Does cruises for seniors. There's a assisted living facility that's highly rated. I said, get to know all these people. Follow their pages, interact with them, invite them to have coffee. So now you got 15 people, all that deal with the same group of people you deal with. Every month having coffee. Guess what happens for you? Referrals. Hey, you might want to talk to Bob. He just got widowed, wants to move. You might want to talk to Tony. His mom's going into a home. 80 referrals in 2 years, 50 transactions. That's what I would expect for you. Extra $250,000 a year if you follow it. Who's coachable? Could I see a raise of hands? I know you are because you showed up today virtually in person and you're taking notes. Who's an action taker? Could I see a raise of hands? About half of you, okay? Well, then you're not going to be successful. It's that simple. People that are successful don't just think about it, they do it. You know, at one point in my life, I lost over 30 pounds. I made a commitment. I'm sick of being sick. I'm sick of being tired. I'm sick of being fat. And I went home and I cleaned out the refrigerator. That beautiful chocolate fudge sauce I love so much, it went in the trash. I did what Tony Robbins taught me. I took massive action. When I didn't feel like working out, I worked out. And I set a realistic goal to lose 5 pounds a month for 6 months in a row. I didn't set a goal to make that would set me up for failure, lose 30 pounds in 30 days. No, I said 5 pounds a month. And I tracked my goal, and then I get to my goal, and I celebrated with the victory. Got me some hot fudge sauce. No, I'm kidding. But that's success. Some of you are going to sit here today, you're going to walk out of here like this. Oh, that guy was good. Hey, let's go get a latte. Some of you are going to walk out of here, you're going to head home, and you're going to start redoing your profiles. You're going to make your 5 phone calls, and you're going to start filling your funnel so that when I see you on March 31st, you're like, Coach Steve, I had the best quarter of my life. Thank you so much. All right, so anyways, you're talking branding. Here, a couple of you are looking at me like I hate old people. Here's Teresa. She got on a coaching call with me. You have an option with my program. Do the group coaching. Some of you want a little more hand-holding. Can you look at my stuff? So we also offer you the option of a social media audit. She got on there with her team. We were on Zoom. We set some goals that morning. One of her goals was to double her income. I said, what about triple it? She goes, that'd be tough, but I might be able to do it. I go, I know you could do it. I go, but we got to take your price point up. She's in Ohio. Her price point was like $400. I got her now at $750. So she almost doubled her price point, and then she sold more units. So 2 ways to make more money. Sell more units, raise your price point. We did both. We tripled the income. This is LC out of Houston, Texas. She used to be up here. She worked with the FBI. Couldn't use social media. They said, no, you can't be on social media. She left that life. She goes in to be a real estate agent. Calls me up, says, I want to be a part of your program. I said, I don't usually take new agents. She goes, why? I go, to be direct with you, they're not around in 6 months. I'm looking for committed people that want to get results, not just make money off of people. She goes, I'm committed. I go, I'll let you in. I gave her some templates. Within 10 days, she had this up on Facebook. Here it is, everybody. Does she look like a new agent? Nuh-uh. And because she didn't look like a new agent, she sold 16 homes the first year she had her license, 2023, which was a tough year, right? And it was because when she meets people, they don't say, how long you been in the business? They say, I like the way you market yourself. She says, imagine what I'll do to market your house for top dollar. So let me get to know you. Who's been in the business 5 years or more? Can I see a raise of hands? Veterans, so you should be on referral business. I was just with a 20-year veteran, hasn't posted on social media for 2020. We did that audit today, this morning, before I came over here. I laughed when I got to his page. He goes, what do you laugh about? I go, well, let me just put it this way. If I was moving from New York and I was moving to Virginia and I looked you up, I would have thought that you died. Because he hasn't posted on Facebook since 2020. And what would I have done? Hey, honey, we got referred to this guy. They talk great about him, but I don't think he's alive anymore. Let's go call the other people we got referred to. So, anyways, let's keep this moving. This gal here, again, this is a template. This gentleman right here in Virginia took him from generalist to specialist. He's doing things like interviewing loan officers about programs for veterans. And then all these veterans that live in this area see it, and they're like, hey, I hear you could get me a house for 3.5% down. You could get me in there sometimes with no money. Yeah, when can we meet? I'll explain the program to you. Get them to sign the buyer agency agreement and go out. Does that make sense, everybody? All right, how are people going to find you when they're referred to you? You need to start using branded hashtags. Okay, so there's different uses for hashtags. All of you need 2 branded hashtags. Okay? And I'm your home girl is not a branded hashtag. I was at a meeting yesterday. I said, who here has a branded hashtag? A couple people raised their hands. I said, what's yours? She goes, I'm your home girl. I said, there's 14 people between here and the Capitol that use that. She goes, what should it be? I go, it should be your first name, last name, realtor. Okay? Because if I go to Google, what's your first and last name? Rick Perry. Now, I happen to know 2 other Rick Perrys. So Rick's branded hashtag, write this down. You could either be Rick Perry VA Realtor, or you could be Rick Perry DMV Realtor. I assume you do a little business in Maryland, a little in DC. So maybe we go with Rick Perry DMV Realtor. So that's #, capital R, capital P, capital DMV, capital R. And you put that on every social post, Rick, that you put out there that relates to business for the last 6 months. So you go in, you edit it, you just copy and paste and add it. Oh, I didn't know I could do it. Yeah, you could do that. Now, January 1st, somebody has been referred to them. They get a welcome text. Hey, looking forward to possibly working with you. Check me out on social. Just search my hashtag, and all this stuff comes up that Rick wants them to see. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? It's a great thing because other 2 agents that they were referred to didn't do it. All right? Rick, write this one down. You're going to go back to, let's say you sold 15 properties in the last year. I want you to go back and add this hashtag, sold by Rick Perry. Now somebody's like, why should I pay you 6% when my friend will do it for 5%? You say, just look up the hashtag, sold by Rick Perry, and you'll see all the transactions I've been involved with. I was on my coaching call yesterday with the student that I've been working with. He only gets 7% listings in this market, right over here in Columbia, Maryland. But again, he provides extreme value. And I'm working with him to expand his brand so that he can help more people and earn more 7%. Okay. So keeping this going, here's your lifestyle success picture list you're going to be getting if you sent me a text. If you're joining me virtually late, go ahead and send me a text at 407-790-1141, and I'll send you this list of pictures. I'll send you some AI tools to assist you in this. All right, so we're going to go to the social media calendar that I recommend you set up. We'll just look at January. And if you could see the calendar over here, it says, put maybe 6 pictures, 6 lifestyle pictures a month out there. So these aren't selfies in most situations. These are you looking as natural and real as possible. So let's go to the social media calendar. Here's a ChatGPT prompt. So Rick, let's say you are going to target the veteran niche. You are going to work with seniors downsizing. You're going to work with people, young people relocating from the city to move to the suburbs, and because they just had 2 kids. Maybe those are going to be your content buckets. You're going to use this prompt here, which would open up. You'll copy this. And you'll say, act as a realtor based in Sterling, Virginia. I cater to veterans, seniors. Please give me some locations with specific locales. Please write me a caption for each picture. Now he's got his scavenger hunt list together. He's going to go out there. Hey, honey, stop the car. Why? Coach Steve wants me to get a picture in front of the statue. And, you message me a month from now, hey, Coach, I knocked out 15 of the pictures. You did your job. You've got enough content on your phone for the next 3 months so you can do this. Say, well, I don't want to even mess with ChatGPT. My husband won't let me use it. I'm scared of it. Well, don't worry about that. I gave you the list. So straight off the list, here it is. 72-year-old Virginia Coy was paying somebody $500 a month to do her social media. You know what they were doing? They were taking the corporate post and uploading it for her. 1 post a week and 1 video a week. $500 a month she was paying. So those of you that are like, don't you just have somebody can do all this for me? They're out there, but that's what it costs, about $500 to get 8 posts. So she goes, what should I do? I go, let me look. And I already knew what I was going to get because it was very generic content that consumers don't care about. I said that post was seen by 12 people. That post was seen by 17 people. She goes, but we got 1,000 followers. I go, you don't understand how Meta works. You post to your business page, about 2% of the people that follow you will see it. less if it's not really good. Well, what if we put it on my Facebook personal? I go, that's a strategy as long as you're connected to people that own homes, people that know people that own homes, like divorce attorneys, accountants, financial advisors. I go, but there's still, if you have the same 1,000 friends there, they're only going to show it to about 70 people. She goes, so should I get rid of my girl? I go, not necessarily. You're, older. I think, having somebody in your life to help you is good. But let's do a strategy call and figure out a better strategy. At the core of that was bringing her into the marketing. And this one post got more engagement than the other stuff did over 2 months cumulative. Let's move on. This is another example. Dakota here. Actually, do I have any affiliates in the room or online? So she's a loan officer. She had somebody take a picture of her, went to ChatGPT, said write in a casual tone a caption about me being available. This is 62-year-old Craig Michaels out of Palm Springs, California, a little enclave of LA. Bringing a landmark into play. So I want these pictures with the places that people in your community, your hyper-local area recognize. Everybody in Palm Springs that comes to town ends up having a latte here. So his caption, if you could read it, is, let me buy you a coffee. I go, do people actually buy you a coffee? He says, lattes are $9 a piece in Palm Springs. They call me. Their kids call me. I had a 19-year-old grandkid call me yesterday. I go, what do you do if a 19-year-old calls you? He goes, I meet him 3 doors down and I buy him a latte. I go, is he going to buy a property? He go, eventually. But what happens, he says to me, he goes, if grandpa passes, now he tells dad, you should talk to Craig. He's a super great guy. He goes, it happened 3 times last year. He goes, this is my retirement plan. Right? He says, every 10 coffees I buy, tax deductible, I make 10 grand. Maybe more up here. All right. Do I do it? How do you think I got to 15,000 followers, right? Doing the stuff I teach. I'm a walking, talking example. So let's look at this. Steve Black and Monday. All right. Told you I misspell stuff. Hold on. There you go. There you go. Picture me in the library. The caption, it doesn't say, join my courses, buy my books, list your house with me, like some of yours do. That's why Meta's not showing it to as many people. I just said, hey, have a magnificent Monday. Today's the beginning of something great. And I had over 237 people in my ward market give it a thumbs up. My mom said, love the suit on you. Pop this one up next week. Same suit. Different look. Best buddy says, look like a baller. Now here it is, everybody. I didn't take these pictures. These are AI generated. So I literally just sent them 5 headshots, didn't overthink it, gave them $10. And within an hour, I had over 60 of these pictures. I had a lady yesterday, she goes, it does look like you, but you look like 5 years younger and like 20 pounds lighter. I said, that's the benefit of AI, no diet required, right? So everybody say, no excuses. 100% effort, right? When you check in with me next month, I want you to say, Coach Steve, I did the AI tool, they came out great. Now, full disclosure, I'm also going to hear, I had one with 3 arms. I had one with 6 fingers. It happens. I'm not worried about that. But I didn't want to drop $3,000 for a photographer, so I invested with this one $10 and got him. So I didn't get the question, so I'll probably skip over this. The question should have been, what app do I use? What tool do I use? There you go. You asked it, so the group is going to benefit. All right. So that's all we do in the AI and social media success series. Constantly show you the tools and strategies you should use. So for this one in particular, we also talked about it in one of our master classes. So this is another class you go through. Once you get your stuff looking great, then you want to go through this class and learn what you should post. So here's the list for non-realtors, here's the list for realtors, and here's the AI tools that we focused on in that class. So the blue suit picture, write down, it's called Remini, R-E-M-I-N-I. It's on the screen if you could see it, but I'll repeat it. R-E-M as in Mary, I, N as in Nancy, I. There's a lot of them out there. That's the one we use for the blue suit. Tryitonai.com. Write that one down. A lot of the students are having really good results with that on their headshots. And some of you definitely and desperately need a headshot. I'm just getting to see you guys. I know some of them are outdated. Some of them just don't capture your beauty and your intelligence, and it's not what we're looking for. So I'm going to show you Barbara. We're in our Facebook group, by the way. I'm going to show you Barbara. Really proud of Barbara, 72 years old. Worked on a cruise ship, didn't know much about marketing. Heard about me, joined the program. Couldn't really afford it, but did the coaching call. When I say can't afford it, it was an extra $500. She's like, well, if I get a referral, it'll pay for itself. I go, that's a good way to think. Anyways, get her on the call. I have this waiting for her. I said, Barbara, I got a first thing I want to talk to you about is your headshot. I go, I found this on your Facebook business page. I found it on your LinkedIn. I found it on your Realtor.com, your Google My Business, your company website. She goes, you don't like it? I go, I like it enough, but I think I think there's another level. So I sent her to try it on AI. She's coachable and she's an action taker. So in 30 minutes, she's messaging me, oh my God, the pictures came out amazing. So we ended up deciding to go with this one. Can anybody say night and day? Right? She's cute. She says, my husband wants to date me again. You know how it is when you change your profile picture. Everybody hears about it. Meta loves that. Change your picture, something's new, let's let her people know about it. So a lady that she had met 2 years ago that they really didn't even remember how they were connected in Boston with her company sees it. Says, hey, you look super intelligent, really smart. I want you to represent my brother if you could pay me a referral fee. She says, no problem. $5 million referral to Naples, Florida. $75,000 in her pocket, $15,000 referral, all because she changed her headshot. So again, it's not what it costs to learn, it's what it costs you not to know the information. There's in life what we know, there's in life what we don't know, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff you don't even know you don't know. So to demonstrate that, I just want to pull up this post here that I had put out, and it kind of encapsulates what I just said. Some of you came to today knowing that, well, I know the basics, or some people didn't show up today. You know why? Oh, I know all that. Oh, you coming to the class? Nah, I know social media. I use ChatGPT. Some of you came in here going, I know I don't know how to do a reel that goes like this, make the text pop out. I don't know how to put those bold captions on there. And then there's all this stuff you don't even know you don't know, which is like the AI tools. And that's what we're going to explore the rest of our time today. So again, strap on those seatbelts, about to take it up to another level. So we talked about branding. So let's go to the second page. Let's talk about Facebook. So go to the Facebook page, left side. It's all about relationships. What do I mean by that? None of you would go to a holiday party and start handing out flyers. I got a great new listing, price reduction. You get thrown out of the party, at mine at least, right? I'd be like, this isn't that kind of party. Tone it down. So don't do this on social media. You show up at the party, oh, great, where are you from? Where'd you vacation? Oh, that sounds amazing. You have any pictures? Oh, you have a dog? What kind is it? Food? Oh, yeah, this is great, isn't it? Where's your favorite restaurant? So that's what you want to talk about. Everybody write this down, 80-20. Write down, I want everybody in this room, write down 5 times a week on your Facebook personal from now to the end of March. Don't give me that look. Oh, that's so much. No, it's not. It's a picture of your food. It's a picture of your dog. It's a picture of your travels. Here, picture of my chicken parm. I get 28 people saying, looks delicious, 39 people saying, giving it a thumbs up. Okay, I've had that happen. We'll do more of it. I look here. I see who's liking the post. Here's where the light bulb goes off, folks. I look at this and I ask myself, who's a homeowner? Who should be a homeowner? Who's went through a death, divorce? Who's had a baby? Who has kids moving out of their house, empty nester? Right? And then I have 5 conversations a day with the people that are there. Nobody that I call says, who are you? They say, where'd you get that? All because I asked them, where's the best place in our area to get chicken parm? Does that make sense, everybody? All right? So you're going to put up, you see I like food. Philly cheesesteak. Picture of me and, on my travels. My dog, also known as my daughter, Sedona, 6. I think she's more famous on social than I am. I walk in rooms, people say, oh my gosh, I love your dog. I go, have we met? No, I see her on social. She's gorgeous. Love that smile. She looks like she's got so much energy. So, that was funny. Halloween. So write that down, 5 times a week, 4 that have nothing to do with your business. And then once in a while, a lifestyle picture, an event, something you're doing that reminds them you're still in the game, right? All right. Now, some of you have nothing. All you do is do personal. Here, I got a call out of Bend, Oregon. I was out there last year doing a big event, kind of like this. And there was a lot of people joined my program. This one lady didn't. I knew she should have, but she didn't. She goes, I'm older. I really don't like social media. I go, I know, but this will help you do more of what you like, which is getting face-to-face. She goes, I'm going to pass. I said, okay, no problem. So anyway, she calls me up the other day, and she said, she's crying. She goes, Coach Steve, do you remember me? I go, I do, actually. I meet a lot of people, and I remember you distinctly. She goes, yeah, I probably should have done your program. I go, why? What happened? She goes, I just lost a $7 million deal. I said, what happened? She goes, I sold them their house 6 years ago. It just came back on the market. So I called her up. I was really pissed. Why didn't you list with me? And the client said, I thought you retired. She hadn't heard from her. She goes, the client said, I even looked you up on social media. You haven't posted on your business page in 3 years. And then I looked you up on Facebook. All I saw were a couple pictures of your grandkids and you golfing. I thought you were out of the business. She goes, it's far from the truth. I go, what did that cost you? She goes, $100,000. I go, no, it didn't. It cost you $1 million. She goes, what do you mean? I go, you know about the one that didn't do business with you. What about the other 9? Has anybody here ever lost a deal or a transaction because somebody said, to be honest with you, the other agent's social media is better? We hear it every day. So you've got to get going in the direction. Now here it is. You don't have this, but let me just show you this. Who's getting some good ideas? Could I see a raise of hands? Okay. Really trying to lay it out here for you. So this is from overall social media strategy. This is like the 30,000-foot view. Well, Steve, this is a lot to take in. Well, there's a lot of money on the table as well. So your first step is to make your stuff look incredible. Second step, add connections. Veterans, are you connected to at least 90% of the people you've done business with in social media? Those of you that knew her, are you connected to the people that used to work at the Pentagon with you, or used to work at the hospital, or used to work at the school? If not, get connected. And then in 2025, number 3, content. Put out content that they actually care about and are going to engage with. Facebook, it's personal, a little bit of business. Your business page, let's go there. It's hyper-local content and industry info. All right, so put a double asterisk next to that. My dog is cute, but that's for my Facebook personal. It's not for my Facebook business. Now, if she was up on stage with me, it could be there, but I'm not showing her running in the park. Does that make sense to everybody? A lot of you struggle with this. Where do I put it? So Facebook business page. What do I mean by hyper-local content and industry info? Who wants to give me an example of hyperlocal content? Where do you live, first off?
I live in
Prince William County. So I'm not familiar with the geography. What's the city out there?
Woodbridge.
Woodbridge. Okay, beautiful. So what's an example of something that people in Woodbridge or Prince William County might care about?
So there's a big local shopping center called Stonebridge, and in the wintertime they have an ice skating rink. So you could post that the ice skating rink is now open.
Love it. What's your name?
Jennifer.
So Jennifer, if you weren't able to hear it online, she says, hey, there's a great skating rink out there for the holidays. She could make a post about that, hey, everybody, it's that time of year. It's going to be open from November 26th until January 7th. Now, if we really wanted to do that right, here's what we do. So I'm going to go to our social media calendar. That's what we call highlight a local business. So you could go to management there. You could have them talk about what they have. Are there any group discounts, senior discounts? What if we wanted to rent it as a party? You could do a whole little thing about this. You could do a reel where you go ahead and take 7 pictures, use one of my templates, turn it into a nice video. So let me show you. I just had a student do something like that while we're talking about it. So let me look this up, and I'll try to pop this on the screen for y'all. So he just did some video clips of the holiday parade. So write that down, everybody. Everywhere you go, I want you taking little 3 to 10 second video clips, wherever you're at. You know, you stop the car, you're looking at the beautiful view, you do a video. You're going to be able to turn these into reels like this in less than 30 seconds if you learn how to do this stuff. Getting a little more specific. So write this down, everybody. Once a month at a minimum, I want you to do a video about what's happening in your local area. So let me show you an example. This is one of my students. His name's Bradley Chase. He made $1 million by October. Didn't sell $1 million, made $1 million. His average purchase price is $375 in Tampa, Florida. He did 80 sides, 80, by October. He earned enough money to go to Europe for 3 weeks. He invited me, and I said I had to be in Chantilly. That's okay. But this is what he does. That's what we call a reel. That's less than 15 seconds. They could be longer. But because it's short, he gets a lot of views. People watch it twice, they take a screenshot, Instagram knows, and then they show it to more people. He not only went ahead and put it on Instagram, he put it on Facebook, he put it out there on the other sites, and got tens of thousands of views. You're like, that sounds great, how do I do it? Well, you could use AI to generate a list of activities. You could go to a site like Eventbrite. Then you got to know how to make a video. So remember I mentioned Canva. So Canva is a great tool for pictures. It's also one of our favorite tools to create video. The pro version would give you the little images, those little reel clips of the kids at the ballpark. You don't have to go shoot them. They're called public domain licensed video clips. So in this 7-minute tutorial that will be in your Facebook business group, you can watch this and you'll know how to do it. Who has teenagers that live at the house for free? They already know how to do this. They love to spend dad's money. Dad, I need to go shopping. I need new Nikes. You're like, hey, I got you covered. You make me 5 videos. I take you for shopping. Right? You guys got social media managers living at the house. They hate to vacuum floors, carpets, and they're not very good at it, but they're really good at making videos. So I have a lot of people, they'll just go ahead, go to their kids and say, I want you to do this. They say, I can do that. Thank you for giving me a task that I like. Now, where's my allowance? All right. So another thing. So beyond just hyper-local content, we talk about specific content that your audience cares about. So let's say that you're marketing to first-time buyers. Anybody here marketing? Anybody want more buyers? Who wants more listings as well? Who wants both? Okay. So with the buyer agency agreement, you need to give people a reason to want to work with you. And the reason is they've seen you on video, so they trust you. They've talked to 3 or 4 people on the phone inquiring about houses, but you're the only one they actually feel they know because they've watched your videos. Maybe they found you because your content was reverse engineered to appeal to them. So I got on a coaching call with Bradley, and we talked about like what his real strategy would be for 2024. And one of the things we talked about was creating content for people that were buying new construction. He was like, well, doesn't everybody just buy from the builder? I go, yeah, 94%. And we're going to intercept them. And now we're going to represent them taking to D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton's going to handle everything, and they're going to write us a check for 4%. He goes, I love it. What should I be? What should we do on the videos? I go, let's go to ChatGPT and let's figure it out. So those of you that move forward with me, write down personal branding 3. We have 1, I showed you the workbook. We have 2, which is how to redo your stuff. 3 is how to integrate AI to ask you questions and generate your content so your audience cares about it. Without making your eyes blur over, here's what one of the videos looks like. So it gave us a script, and he went out and filmed it. Here's what it looked like.
When buying new construction, you don't need a home inspection. Not true. Homes are built by humans, and humans are not perfect. Therefore, there's a lot of mistakes that can be found. It is worth $400 to $500 to have a thorough inspection done prior to taking ownership of your new home, so you can catch any items that may lead to preventative maintenance issues in the future. For more tips like this, I'm Bradley Chase of Team Chase Keller Williams. Give me a call.
Okay. Did it? Okay. It's got tens of thousands of views on the various networks. So you're like, that's really good. That's a ChatGPT script that he filmed. Now remember, the guy sells 80 homes a year. So is he busy or not busy? Very busy. But he has time to make the reels. And here's our secret. We film 5 at a time. So write that down. When you get going with this, how do you make it not consume your life? You sit down, films 5 of these in 15 minutes. That part is done. Now you notice it had some nice video editing, picture of the construction site. That's your B-roll. That's what you hand, then you take the script and the video, you give it to your 15-year-old, and you say, make this for me, and now it comes out really nice. You're like, I don't have a 15-year-old, so this is where I teach you how to outsource. Write down on, we do our live classes the second Monday of the month. Write down, the next one is January 13th. It's my favorite class. It's called Game Plan 2025, and I show you how to go ahead and condense a month's worth of work into less than an hour, and how to find people to help you along the way that won't cost you an arm and a leg. One of the sites that we'll be talking about is how to hire people off of Fiverr. So who's ever been to Fiverr and hired somebody? So I come over here, if I don't have the 15-year-old to help me, and I say, create, I could just type reel with B-roll, reel with B-roll. And then there'll be all these people raising their hands that are 5-star rated, 4.8 rated, that say, I'll do it for $10, I'll do it for $15. You go ahead and you contract with them. No money exchanges hands until you're happy with the job, you release the funds. You give 3 different videos to 3 different people, and then whoever did the best, that's your person moving forward. So when Bradley discovered that we could do this, he went from doing it every month to doing it every week. All right? So that would be an example of producing hyper-local content. What would be an example of industry info? Write down monthly market update. So if you don't do everything that I'm going to teach you, and we break this calendar down in a recording that I recorded on Monday, which is where do you find in the members area the stuff to get all this done that you see on the screen in less than an hour. So one of the things we do is we give you like templates like this. So Samson has some nice templates. We have nice templates. You would take this, you just add it to your Canva account. You go ahead, you take this picture out, you put your picture in, and it's that easy. Change it to your color scheme. So whether you use Samson's templates or use ours, I want you to do a simple, square social media post with your stats on it. Do it with the numbers that you get from the brokerage. Hopefully the day the board releases them, you're doing it. That's your filming day. Second thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your good-looking business page, and you're going to do a Facebook Live that's going to get seen by a whole lot of people. Can I just upload a video? You can upload a video, but it's not going to be seen by as many people as if you do a live video. Do you want it seen by 70 people or 700? Right? And you're going to do this on your business page, so if it's really good, then you could boost it for $20 to reach another 1,400 people. And then you're also going to download it, and then it'll go on your YouTube channel. It'll go on your website. You can send an email. Write this down, everybody. Send an email to your database wishing them happy holidays. Say, election is come and gone. It's going to affect real estate prices. Here's a link to the video on my business page where I talk about it. And now they come over there and they say, this is actually pretty good. Let's give them a follow. And then guess what? Hey, honey, I know your cousin has a real estate license, but he's not as sharp as this guy. I really like his style. You built trust with them by wishing them happy holidays and getting them to take a look at something that they're curious about, like what's going to happen to prices post-election. Does that make sense, everybody? All right, so keeping this moving in that direction. The third version you're going to do is a reel. But I don't know how to do a reel. Don't get overwhelmed. You need a light ring. You stick your camera there and you talk. Okay? And then it comes out looking like this.
I've been reviewing the numbers, and here's what happened in Utah County's housing market throughout the month of July. Okay, our average sales price has slightly decreased from the month before, bringing it to $608,000. The highest price home that sold in Utah County for...
Looks good, sounds good. So you learn that in this class here called Tools for Better Video. If you don't own one of these, please add it to your holiday shopping list. All right? All of you need a gimbal. Who owns a gimbal? One of you? Yeah, so you'll go in this workbook. They're out there for a few $100s. We recommend this one, under $100. Now your camera doesn't shake as you're walking through the house. Read the instruction manual. He will tell you it'll attack you if you don't. All right, and the third thing is you need a teleprompter. When Bradley's filming those videos, he is looking at his phone and the words are scrolling. So there's a free one for you. You could download if you go to your App Store, Play Store. There's others. Now, I will probably recommend you bypass that if you want to get serious about it, and you download this app. It's called Captions. So this one is $65 a year, and I use it every day. All right, when I want to make a reel that looks like this,
the number one thing I've identified to be successful is that you're coachable and you're an action taker. So get around the right people to coach you, and your success is guaranteed.
that puts the words. So yeah, wow is right. So my life a year and a half ago was I used to make the videos. I'd send them to a 22-year-old that charged me $750 to edit 5. I was happy because I got great videos with captions. Then I learned about an app called CapCut. Some of you use it. And it would take me like 20 to 30 minutes, but I could do it on my own. I didn't have to wait. I didn't have to spend $750. I didn't like it. The reason is, if you make $1 million a year, your time's worth $500 an hour. So if it takes me 20 minutes, that's $200. I just paid myself to make a video when I got a guy that'll do it for less. So that wasn't a good solution for me. It might be for you. Then I found this, and now I do them on my own. So I I literally sit down for 15 minutes. I film 5 videos. I jump into my limo. They take me to the airport. I upload them in the caption. I download them. And now I have them everywhere looking like this. This is also my teleprompter. It adjusts my eyes through AI so it doesn't look like I'm reading. Through AI, it takes out the ums and ahs so I don't have to record 4 times. I record once and I'll even add my B-roll. I highly recommend it. So with that being said, that's Captions app. Give it a go. Give it a go. Not that, no, that's a separate thing. I'm making a recommendation to a product I make nothing off of. This is not an affiliate endorsement. This is me talking to you as though you're my brother or sister and saying that's what you should be doing. That's what I do. You'll have this recording. They'll probably send it out, yeah. But just write down captions.ai. You're going to go to that website and you're going to get it. All right, here's what I get, though. Here's the real issue. That lady was pretty, wasn't she? And she's young. And so what I get from people, she's so pretty, I'm not. I don't like the way I look. She's young, she could do it, I can't. So none of that matters. So here's Blair doing it. Blair's my age. Comes up to me at a meeting like this, goes, man, I loved your session. I believe in everything you're saying. I just hate social media. He goes, should I do it? I go, you absolutely should do it. I go, you have a goal to double your income. Yeah, he goes, I want to go from 20 million to 40 million. I say, it's not going to happen doing what you're doing because all you're going to do is get more of the same results. He goes, I agree. That's why I showed up today. So he goes, I'll give it a go. So I got him doing this.
All right, everybody, how you doing? Wanted to come at you again with some Tuesday real estate statistics. Last week we talked about King County, and today I wanted to...
So his thing, he goes out in front of a whiteboard and he talks about numbers. That's his personality. But you know what? He gets business off of it because people are watching that he doesn't even realize. He goes, Steve, I've been at the supermarket 2 or 3 times. I must have had 5 people come up and ask me real estate questions that I don't know. Now, he did get in the fast lane, so let me just show you. He did the one-on-one strategy call. His assistant, Tracy, was there, and then afterwards, he's like, man, that was really, really good. I go, can you send me a video? So write this down, everybody. I want everybody to get at least 2 testimonial videos from your customers. This is an example.
Hey, everybody, my name is Blair Moss. I'm a real estate broker in Kirkland, Washington. I've been in the business for just over 23 years. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Steve Black. Steve visited our office, and Steve has a business and social media success series program. I signed up for that. Actually did a hour audit with Steve and my assistant Tracy, and we talked about the things we were doing and the things, more importantly, that we weren't doing. It was really, really, really great content. I feel a lot better about our social media presence now that we're working with Steve. I reach out to him all the time. He's very responsive. Even when I don't reach out to him, he's monitoring my stuff and giving me tips. And I just really am so happy that I got with Steve and look forward to.
So get one from a buyer that says, hey, I didn't want to sign a buyer agency agreement. What's your name? But I'm glad I did. Cindy explained the process, and she negotiated like a champ. It must have saved me $12,000, $13,000 off a purchase price. I'm so glad I went with her, and I'm going to recommend that my friends and family also have her represent them. So talking about buyer agency agreement and reels, I'm going to take you in the Facebook group. Write these down. These are 5 reels you need to do. You're on page 3 now, everybody. Go to page 3. This is Instagram. So Instagram, write down 1 account set up as a creator account. If you're the person that say, why a creator? Because I've interviewed over 150 people that are I consider exceptional results. And 97% of them have their accounts set up as creator accounts. You're like, well, I heard this. Really important who you take advice from. Like in our Facebook group, I show you the head of Instagram. And you literally get the information from the horse's mouth. Like yesterday, I posted in the group about the new feature that Instagram just rolled out, and here's the head of Instagram talking about it. But everybody repeat after me. I will not take advice from anyone more messed up than I am. You know how often I heard this, I heard that, and I'm like, who'd you hear that from? They're like, oh, this guy that works with me, his name's Mark. I go, is he successful? They go, no, he's broke like me. You know, if I want to learn like how to invest in multi-units, I'm gonna go like to a Grant Cardone and say, hey, how do I learn this? And then when you want to learn AI, social media, you come to somebody like me and you skip all the garbage. But anyways, these are the 5 reels you need to do. Everybody write these down. You need to learn how to do point-to-text reels. And those of you that are shy, you're going to be really excited about that one because you don't have to talk. You're going to learn how to do faceless storytelling. That's Instagram Class 6. And I gave you templates so that you can create these in a few minutes. I gave you hundreds of videos so that you could use these as the background. I'm going to show you what each of these look like. You need to learn how to do what is called a green screen reel. Okay, but you don't need a green screen. You do this right from your phone, talking about your listing, talking about election, talking about interest rates. It's applicable. You need to learn how to do talking reels with captions, similar to what the blonde gal was doing, talking her market update, or what I taught you with the Captions app. And then you need to learn to use easy-to-use templates so you can showcase properties. You learn how to do these 5 things over the next 3 months, you will have a record year. You will know how to do more than 99% of the agents out there. And the clients will notice because they expect this of you, especially the young ones. And we're getting older and older, and they're getting younger and younger. They don't want to talk to us on the phone. They want to message us on Instagram. But then your Instagram looks like crap, so they don't even send you an Instagram. Everybody stand up if you would. Stand up before I get going with reels. So this is what we want our Instagram account to look like. I'll go back to Tiffany. This is our case study in Universal. Well, I'll use Ross. Let me pull up Ross. I'll use Tiffany. Hold on. Only one thing I changed. Okay, so this is Tiffany's Instagram. Okay? This is what you want it to look like. First thing we have here, we have the same picture that's on her Facebook, on her business card, on her LinkedIn. Everywhere they look, they're seeing this. Second thing, we have a killer bio, a bio that tells us who she is, what she does, and how she reaches her. The one adjustment I'd make to this, where it says 1%, top 1%, I'd make that hashtag Samson Properties. It'll be your hashtag. And Rich and leadership, when you watch this, we need to get everybody using Samson Properties in every business-related post. All right, the third thing that you notice here are these little circles. They're called highlighted story covers. You need to get those set up and installed. I give you these. You could turn them into Samson black and white with 2 clicks. I should give you a 6-minute video that shows you how to populate them. And then now when people click, it looks like this. And then you need to learn how to do those 5 kinds of reels so you grow your following. So I travel all over the world. I was just up in Philly and New York. I had a number of people ask me, if you find a good agent in Virginia, let me know. And I asked them, what are you looking for? And the number one thing I kept hearing from the young agents, the agents under 40, is that they're on Instagram. I heard it so much, I said, you mean you wouldn't refer to them if they're not on Instagram? Every single one said, no way. They're not relevant. They're a dinosaur. There's better ones out there. So if you are not on Instagram, please have a seat. Thank you for your honesty. Have a seat. Thank you for your honesty. Okay. Okay. We just lost 6 people in the room. Don't have an Instagram. How many online? Yes or no? Go to the chat box. All right. So your homework, write down A30. Action in the next, you guys keep standing if you're standing. I got more questions for you. If you're sitting down, you're A30. In the next 30 days, you need to get an Instagram up that looks like this with a killer bio, the little circles I give you, and at least 12 pictures. Make sure your handle's the same as the other profiles so people can find it. So you're going to watch a universal branding video. You're going to watch Instagram 1. You'll get it set up. If you get stuck, this is the perfect time of year to do it. You guys are going to be with family over the holidays, most of you. And there's going to be an 18-year-old on the couch that looks really bored. And you're going to go to them with my workbook and you're going to say, hey, could you make my Instagram look like this? They go, that's easy. Here's $20. They go, you don't have to pay me. No, you're my new social media manager. They're like, really? Yeah. And now they're going to make this look really good. And now you are referable. You know where else this comes into play? I live in Naples, Florida. Our average client's 74 years old. So I'm going around talking Instagram and they're saying, my clients are older. I don't need this. They're not on Instagram. I said, maybe, maybe not. I go, but that 74-year-old has a 35-year-old daughter that lives in Chicago that's worried about what dad's doing with her inheritance. And she's saying, Dad, I can't find your agent on Instagram, but there's another one you need to be talking to. So if you were the people I found on Instagram that do have an Instagram, but you haven't posted in the last 6 months, or you only have 2 or 3 pictures there, please have a seat. And I know who you are. Thank you for your honesty, Cindy, and the rest of you. All right. So for me to find that is worse than me not finding them, because now I can legitimately say that you aren't doing good with Instagram. So your job is easy. Refresh it, bio, get the circles installed, get 12 pictures. You're referable to 35-year-old sons and daughters as well as other agents. So those of you still standing, if you don't post at least 3 times a week, hopefully do a story 3 times a week, please have a seat. So for whatever reason, I just lost you guys. So I want you to be more consistent. Maybe you're more of a LinkedIn guy or more of a Facebook guy. So you just have to do 5 a week on Facebook, 5 a week on your business page, 3 a week on Instagram, 3 a week on LinkedIn. It could be the same, it could be different. We don't need to overthink it. But I want people in your market to be seeing that you're alive and out there. So those of you still standing, if you don't do at least 2 reels a week, hopefully 3, please have a seat. For those of you online, we have 1 person standing now. Let's give her a hand, all right? By the way, she does have a 14-year-old. She says, that's it. I got my kids helping me. All right, and nothing wrong with that as long as they're doing the right stuff. Your kids want you to stand up and lip sync to a man's voice. Might get you 10,000 views. I want you doing, hey, you're a first-time buyer. These are your options on your loans. So let's take a look at what Bradley did on that one based on our mentorship. So just really quick, this is an example of a faceless reel. Write this down. Put this out once a quarter. Once a quarter, because prices change. And when you do this, a lot of people ask you, can you come tell me what my house is worth? I think it's worth a lot more than what you indicated. It may be. When's a good time to stop by? So that's simply using the Canva template that I give you in the class Faceless 6. Then here's what we do. We go over to ChatGPT. Here's where we get into AI, everybody. Nobody leave us. The best is here. So I'm going to use this prompt. Now, there's a free version and there's a paid version. This will only work with the paid version. Free version is only connected to the internet till June of 2021. It's meant to be a trial. So if I did this, it would write it, but it would hallucinate. So I'm going to go ahead with my paid version, which is $20 a month, tax deductible. Please give me average sales prices near, ma'am, what was your town called again? Woodbridge, Virginia. For Q3 based on real data from sites like Redfin and Zillow. It's going out to the internet, and look what it just did. Everybody, give me a wow. All right. All right, watch this. Please, if I wanted the town's names, I could say, please give me the town names in the post that correlate And this is why it's called GP chat. You're chatting with it. I'm telling my assistant, yeah, you got close, but this is what I want. That correlate with the zips. Okay? Oh, it's different parts of Virginia. There you go. Okay, good. Okay. So we could put this out. If we wanted, we could refine it. But I'm gonna pause here. Now I'm gonna have it write a caption, please. Now I don't know if please makes a difference. My mama raised me right, and I want to keep the robot happy. You guys are like, who else does this? Can I see a raise of hands? Please give, so usually somebody calls me out by this point. Please give me a caption with hashtags and emojis, including the data. So I'm showing you how to take what used to take a long time between research and typing and mistakes, and now it's done 100% perfect. Who sees some potential in just the little stuff I'm showing you today? Could I see a raise of hands? What's going to happen at the end of 2 years after we're together once a month for 2 hours each? It's going to be a transformation of your business and life. There's a lot of people out there, they're hype and motivation. I'm hardcore, been through the maze, going to guide you so you don't make the mistakes. So I want to go back over here and we'll just take a look at a few more reels. And then we'll talk about this. So I interviewed this gal here, and I just want to show you. So I mentioned I want you doing write down 5 talking reels a month and 5 non-talking. So this faceless reel, that's non-talking. Here, you don't like your voice, you have a strong accent, whatever, I don't care. You do what we call point-to-text reels. So this is Libby up in Media, Pennsylvania. I guess it's not too far from here. A couple hours. I'm taking her from 30 million to 60 million. Now, that little team, Kristen and Libby, and she goes, Steve, I'm super shy. If any of my high school friends saw me on video, I'd cringe. Anybody else kind of feel that way? So I said, I'm going to start you like this with point reels. She went through my class, learned how to put the words so they pop in and out. This is what it looked like. Where you going, no matter where you been. Let's go.
That's a Philly thing.
Yeah, well, you wait till you see the next one. So, laugh, call it cute, whatever, but the reality is, Meta pumped it out. She messages me, and 90 minutes later, she goes, oh my God, Steve, I've never, ever in my whole life had a post get this many views. My average post gets like 100 views. I've already got 1,600 views. And one of the people that saw her was a high school friend that didn't know she was in real estate, so she got a listing, and then here's what she did with the listing. This is a Philly thing. Eagles. So she's having fun with this. She's making money. And of course, I message her and I go, now we got to do some of the other ones. So I don't want more than 2 or 3 of those kinds a month. Otherwise, they'll think that's all you know how to do. So let me take you through. So we've talked about that. Let me show you green screen. Who wants to learn how to do green screen in 90 seconds? Okay, I'm going to run a little bit over, but if you guys are enjoying today, I'll do it for you. So let me show you how to do green screen. Now, when you join the program, you'll just come in the Facebook group. You'll go over to the right here. You could search for anything you want, whether it's faceless, green screen, whatever training you want. Anyways, I'm going to type in green screen, and this is how you do a green screen without a green screen. To show you how easy it is to create a green screen reel, whether you're showcasing property, talking about a current event, giving your take on what's happening in your industry. This is something that'll grab people's attention, and Meta loves when you do it. So let's get going. So it's super simple to create a reel with a green screen background. An example would be a picture of a house, an article. I recommend you go to your profile on Instagram. You go to the plus sign, you click on reel under create. Now your interface may look different depending on when you're watching this. or what device you're using. But your ultimate goal is to get inside the interface on Reels. Then you're going to go ahead and select camera. At this point, I have a choice to go ahead and expand the menu by pressing the down arrow below layout over on the right. Yours may be in a different spot. I'm going to go ahead and click green screen. And voila, I'm in the countryside of France. Now, my goal is to go ahead and have a picture of a nice house in Florida there. So I'm going to go ahead and click on change background. I'm going to go here where it says camera. I'm going to select the house, and now I'm there. I'm going to record the video. I'm going to add some text, and it's that easy. So let's see how it comes out, and I look forward to seeing yours. I want to welcome you to our new listing in beautiful Longboat Key, 75 feet of Gulf frontage. Incredible panoramic views. DM or text me for information on this property or any other properties on the Gulf Coast. Boom. Everybody say, looks easy. It is. But I want you to go in the group with your phone, and then I want you to take 15 minutes to actually press the buttons, and now you know how to do it. Your other option is try to slow down a 14-year-old to show you, and that won't work. Let me tell you, I've been there. Who's done that? Show me how to do that. And then they go like, what'd you do? The guy got to go. That's why I made the course, so that you can watch this 100 times if you need to. This would be an example using green screen. So in our Facebook group, when they dropped interest rates on September 18th, I posted the team posted this. They said, literally, here's your script to go record, and here's the image you're going to use. So between monthly classes and what you learn, you're going to get resources. This gal here, God bless her, one of my favorite students. I have over 4,500, and I know CG by name because she's on every class. She says, Steve, I'm over 70, but I'm determined to learn how to do social media. I remember when I posted the green screen training, she went out the next day and did this one.
Congratulations to my seller and our buyer. 3 days on market and we are pending. If you are considering to sell, please give me a call. Let's get together for a coffee chat and come up with a plan.
So she just popped up a picture of her sign, did the video. 2 people in her warm market saw it that said, hey, looks like you're getting results. My agent's making excuses. I want you to list my house. I'm about to show you real templates, and then we'll wrap up with ChatGPT. But then CG sends me this message last year. Part of this program, anytime you're stuck or need help, you're not selling a listing, you can message me and get my advice. So she sends me a message last New Year's, says, Coach, I have a listing. I've worked real hard on it. It's going to expire in 3 weeks. What do I do? I sent her the template I'm about to show you. She uploaded 7 pictures, created a reel. She had that client under contract and earned a commission of $12,000. If she almost would have sold it, how much would she have made? Less than 0. She would have wasted her time. And again, that's why you got to learn this. Everybody go to the next page. We're going to go fast through this. So AI, what do you do when you take a listing? It's all laid out here. So take some notes as I go through this because I'm going to give you the prompts. Now, those of you that move forward with me, you'll have this prompt and you'll be able to copy and paste it. If not, you need to take really good notes right now. So we're going to do the new listing process. You're going to go to the workflow that you'll have access to, and then you'll just do what I'm doing. You'll copy and paste it. So I'm going to use this example of, that we did with the client live yesterday for a house over here in Potomac. That's not too far from y'all, right? Actually, I'm going to change it up. I'm going to do it for my lady in the front row in Chantilly. Anybody have any listings, by the way? Okay, so you could bring your listing back to life and get it sold on your own if you do what I'm teaching you. Okay? So whether you're going to get a listing, and you're going to get lots of them if you start doing this, or you want to bring one back to life, this is going to be your prompts. So step 1, you need to first off get at least 15 vertical images. Write down media, vertical. You have that there. What I mean, maybe 12 pictures, 3 video clips. If you don't have your gimbal, you hold your camera like this, nice and steady. Okay? When you see people doing the fast stuff, they aren't walking fast, they're doing a speed ramp. I could teach you that. But you gotta just get at least 3 video clips, maybe 12 pictures. Second thing, you come over to your favorite AI tool of your choice, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Apple Intelligence. They're all open AI models. I recommend ChatGPT. At this point in time, as we're recording this, if something better comes along, you'll be the first to know. And then you're going to write your prompt, but you're not going to write it the way everybody else writes it that says, hey, it's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath house. You're going to open it up with your primer. Write down ABC, primer. That's your act as statement. Act as a realtor based in Chantilly, Virginia. Woodbridge, Virginia. That's where you're at, right, ma'am? Okay, what's your name? Jennifer. What's your last name? Okay, hold off on that, and we'll get that spelling again. All right. So I act as a realtor based in Woodbridge, Virginia. I cater to, and you would change this up, but let's just assume this is right. I cater to upscale first-time buyers and homeowners, work with a lot of people relocating, many seniors that are downsizing, focused on $1 million plus communities. Are you okay with that, Jennifer?
Probably not $1 million plus.
Okay, what is it?
It's 500.
Okay, cool. What if we raised your price point? What if we went after luxury? Would that be a good thing or a bad thing? Okay. So again, I'm trying to get you to get where you guys want to be. But let's just start with this. Well, I'm going to stay with the $1 million because of this house. This would be a luxury house. These are the kind of listings I want you to get, you know. I had an agent that used my template, got a $4.2 million listing in Alexandria, Lions Park. So that's what I'm talking about. All right, so here we go. Create a listing description for a home located in Woodbridge, has 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, 4.5 baths, 5,300 square feet, finished walkout, 900 square feet. Include anywhere from 3 to 10 highlights. So basically what you're normally putting into the MLS or Zillow goes here. Most agents that are trying to do AI, some of the agents that didn't show up today, oh, I know how to do it. They'll keep doing what they're doing, and when their results kick out, it looks like it was written by AI. This will not look like a computer wrote it because of the third part, your tonality. So in the ultimate listing prompt, here it is. The description should be medium in length, written in a simplistic style. Ensure the tone is conversational and positive, making the home feel inviting and desirable. Use language that is easy to read, overly technical, and don't use simplistic words. Please write within RESPA guidelines. Now, if you're with me, again, you're going to just copy it in. If you're not with me, you're not going to remember that on the fly, so write something like write in a casual tone a 12th grader can understand. But here we go. So this is what ChatGPT now kicks out. I have a gal right here in Virginia. She goes, Steve, I do a lot of business with the Arabic population. I go, can I translate it? Instantly, I say, rewrite this in Arabic or rewrite it in Spanish. You remember that app I told you about? Captions AI. I don't speak Spanish. I live in Florida. Not good. So if I want to speak Spanish, my voice translated in Spanish with Spanish captions. I don't speak Farsi, but I could. I don't speak Mandarin, but I could. All right. So now we got this. What are you going to do next? You're going to use this prompt. What's it say? Write an email. So here it is. Write this prompt down. Please write an email I can send to my database about this property. Include that I have a surplus of buyers wanting to move into this house. Actually, I skipped over write a caption. I'll go back to write a caption. So here's your email. Boom. Who does that? They email clients when they take a listing. You're keeping a database. You're keeping KV Core, whatever. You add this in, you press a button. Even if you've only listed 6 houses, it looks like you're selling 60. I get that letter. I give it to my gal. Hey, this is a chance to pick our neighbors. Put it on Facebook, send it to a few friends. They sell the listing themselves. I say, keep her number. She goes, why? I go, because she's a good realtor. All these other ones just want to earn a commission. She's actually working to sell properties. You gain respect with people in your warm market. So add that to your marketing plan next year when you take a listing. I'm going to go backwards to step 3 or 4. It was rewrite it as a social post. Now, what's your first and last name, ma'am?
Jennifer.
2 N's or 1? Okay, what's your last name?
VELESZ.
ESC. Okay, good. So your hashtag, capital J, capital V, Jennifer Velez Realtor. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use Sampson Properties. Is Sampson in other states? Okay, so I'm going to recommend to Richard that everybody here is either using VA or DMV, okay? But we'll go with VA for now, and especially since she's in Woodbridge. And what's your phone number, Jennifer? 3854. Now, everybody online, pay attention. This is going to be really important in a few minutes. Okay, I'm going to just copy in this. So we've got a little call to action. All right, we're going to use this later. So I'm going to copy this. Let's rock. So Jennifer, your only job is to get your pictures. Now, these will be square pictures in most situations. Throw them into a template or pop up anywhere from 4, maybe 5 pictures. Avoid posting 2 pictures. Then you get a roof and a shrub. So I like 4 pictures or 1 picture or a template. But now you have something beautiful, including a call to action. All of you need to go ahead and have your phone number there. You know how many people make these social posts, DM or call me, and I don't see a number? Right? So anyways, perfect. These are SEO optimized hashtags. We've got her hashtag, Sampson. We got consistency. So we did the email already. Now it's going to get really good. Write this one down. Please give me 15 social post ideas to sell this house with captions and emojis. I'm the only human on the planet teaching this one, everybody. If you've heard it from somebody, they stole it from me. And now it's please include Jennifer's info and a call to action in the post similar to. Now that way it'll mix it up a little bit. So let's go. So Jennifer, your job is to get the pictures to post here. So she's got it here. She's got her welcome post just listed, 3 or 4 pictures. She got some pictures of the kitchen. She got the backyard spotlight. She's showing the beautiful hardwood floors, highlighting that. And Jennifer, you're going to post these every 2 days. Now, I'm not going to rely on you to do it. No offense, you look like a nice lady. But if I rely on you and then I'm like, you took the listing, I haven't seen a post in 4 days. Sorry, coach, I've been busy. So we remedy that by taking this and going to Meta Calendar where we can schedule 29 days in advance. We sit down for 15 minutes, we create the post, and now Jennifer is out of the equation, but posts are going out every 2 days about the property. Her seller's super impressed. She's created a raving fan that wants to give her referrals. The neighbors notice that their agent didn't do this. She's doing it. She gets the listings, and she eventually dominates in that neighborhood. Okay? But we're not done. How are you going to get this in front of more people than your immediate audience? Well, either you're going to boost it or advertise it, or you're going to start doing reels. So step 7, I think it is there, is please give me a 40-second or less reel script about the gourmet kitchen. So this is going to give us 2 versions, everybody. Write down A, it gives you the version with the B-roll. This is the one you give to the 14-year-old or the one on Fiverr and say, I recorded the narrator portion. Can you make it look like this? If you need the narrator portion, so 7B, please just give me narrator portion in paragraph format. There you go. I realize I skipped over SEO hashtags, so let's go to that one. This I think is actually step 3. I'll just say, please give me 30 SEO, that's search engine optimization, optimized hashtags for this post, right? No. That's what you would write. And then you get a long list. So you're going to use Coach Steve's version without numbering, just spaces. And you do this right, you get 2,000 views instead of 200. But I'm not done, everybody. I want you to sell this property yourself between the social post. You're going to come back into my your member portal. Right here at the bottom, it says Real Templates. Now, you'll copy these under your phone, or you'll access the portal via your cell phone. But if you can, Jennifer, if you can text 7 pictures to a client, you can create this reel in less than 20 seconds. So you'll go right here. It'll open up this template, hand-selected by our coaches to get a lot of views. This one got 40,000 views, 12,000 likes. And before you start your car, Jennifer, you got a reel out there about your new listing. Anybody hold open houses? Great way to generate leads. But it's real frustrating if you take a Sunday, put out 10 signs, come back 3 are stolen, break a nail, and have 4 people show up. I'll have 25 people show up in person. I'll teach you how to get 100 of them on Zoom. And then along the way, you'll use this technique to highlight it so that people see you have an open house, because it's going to be showing to a lot of people as they're coming out of service on Sunday or wherever they're doing. So I have so much more to share you. I'm already over time, so I want to go to the front page here. Everybody rate yourself on a scale, honestly, of 2 to 9. How are you doing at this stuff? 2 means I don't have an Instagram, but I learned some stuff today. You're not a 1 anymore because you invested time with us. Who got some good ideas? Could I see a raise of hands? If you're online, say yes or no. Did you get some good ideas? All right. Hopefully you got at least 5 to 10. All right. Now give yourself a score. 2 means I don't know anything, but I learned some stuff today. 5 means you know enough to be dangerous. Yeah, coach, I do some of this, but I'm not selling 6 to 8 homes a month off of social media like Bradley and some of your other students. 9 means you could be teaching the class. You're making $1 million a year. Bradley's not a 10. I say, where do you rate your skills? He goes, between me and my team, maybe a 7.5. And every month he's with me learning new tricks, even with the money he's making. So none of this matters if you walk out of here without a plan. So here's your plan. Everybody go to this page. It says 59 minutes to terrific. This is your new morning routine. I know your current morning routine. You get up in the morning, you check your phone, and now 7 a.m. turned into 9 a.m., and you don't have time to go to the gym like you planned. So everybody stand up if you would. Stand up. Shoot me from the back also while they're doing this. All right, everybody with confidence and belief. Everybody say, 2025 will be my best year ever.
2025 will be my best year ever.
I love it. Say, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. Say, social media is easy. Say, I love video. Say, AI is going to save me 3 hours a week. Say, I'm going to become a closing machine. All right, have a seat. So when you wake up tomorrow, no more, I'm tired, my back hurts, jump out of bed, say something good to the universe. Number 2, where do I get this energy at 57 years of age? I drink water and I drink it through the day. You will never see me with a can of Diet Coke in my hand. I used to weigh a lot. I told you, I go to the dietitian, give me a diet pill. I need a diet pill. She goes, you don't need a diet pill. I go, I'm fat. She goes, I know, but you don't need a diet pill. She goes, you need to drink more water. I go, I don't like water. She goes, I know. You're not hungry. You're dehydrated. So I started drinking water every day, and I started losing weight, and I got back to exercise. So number 3, write down exercise tomorrow morning and the next 21 days for 15 minutes a day. I'm not talking Gold's Gym. I'm talking a slow walk in your neighborhood. Put your coat on and say hello to some folks. Live in a bad neighborhood, walk fast, but get on out there. Number 4, feed your mind. Quit watching so much of the news is my advice. I don't watch the news. I know somebody's house probably burned down today. Somebody got in a bad car crash. Somebody, set off a bomb. I don't need to hear that. That doesn't make me my next 25 grand. What makes you your next 25 grand? Reinvest that time on sales, marketing, and ideas. And to keep a great attitude through the ups and downs of life. I lost the love of my life to brain cancer at 44. 5 years of darkness. And the only thing that got me through it, honestly, just got me through that dark period was I had been journaling since I was 21 years old. I told the kids, go in the house and and while I'm at the hospital, bring me those books. And I would read where God got me from point A to point B in the darkest days. And I kept her alive for 5 years when the doctors gave her 6 months. And so I challenge you, some of you are thinking of quitting. Some of you are like, is this the right business? It is, if you have the right skill set. So journal every day. I wrote down, I'm grateful for the opportunity to fly in and drive an hour and a half back to BWI to be with y'all. I'm grateful to leadership for setting this up, and I'm grateful to experience the crisp, cool weather of Virginia instead of that hot, steamy stuff we have in Naples put on my suit. What are you grateful for? 1%, grow, get better at this stuff. 444. You're going to find an accountability partner, and you're going to say, hey, you're my accountability partner. Did you get your pictures done? No, I'm dragging my feet. Mine came out great. Oh, I need to do that. You guys are going to read a book every quarter. I'll give you a book list. Second thing, you're going to listen to our stuff in the car, at the airport, while you're traveling. And then the last thing is, if you're part of another learning program, you're my best student. They all come to me from Brian Buffini, Tom Ferry, Krista Mayshore. They always tell me, I wish I joined you first. And I say, why? They go, well, you're the most up to date. I could actually text you and get my answers from you, not some VA. And you're a lot less expensive. So you guys are probably wondering, what's it cost to get really good at this? So we have our program. It's $5,000 for 2 years. It's the best value on the planet. Someone like Krista Mayshore would be like 30 grand. Tom Ferry, 20 grand. What do you need to do right now? You need to set up your digital calendar. Okay, so for the first 12 people that register either online or in person for the program, I'm going to include that. That's normally a $300 upgrade. You'll have a calendar this year, next year, and the year after that lives on your phone and lives on your computer. So you go from I thinking about it to this is what I'm supposed to do. You still take 10 minutes to customize it. If you're not with me, set up a digital calendar. It'll take you 5 to 10 hours and do it every year. All right, second thing, you need to revamp your profile so they look as good as the examples that I showed you. So to help you do that, I'm going to give you the Canva templates so it takes you 10 minutes instead of 6 hours. And the third thing is, by January 15th, I want everybody to have made 5 talking and 5 non-talking reels. If we have to move that out to February 1st, I'm good. But by the time you go into the February class, I want you to know how to do a non-talking reel, either pointy or faceless. So that means you go through the class. And if you do this, I believe you'll make a lot more money. And if you don't do it, I think it costs you money. There are people in your warm market that are going to go with somebody else that knows how to do this. They're going to go with somebody else because they remembered their name and they forgot yours. So if you don't do this, we're still friends. I hope you got a lot of good ideas, but it's going to cost you somewhere around $1 million over the next 5 years. I wrote 250 on the screen for people in Texas that sell $200,000 houses. That's not you guys. So what do you need to get good at it? You give this, let's say, 4 hours a month. That's about what it takes to watch a Commanders game. And that gives you time to do our live masterclass. Write down the live classes are always the second Monday of the month, 4 p.m. to 6. Well, Steve, that's when my son has his soccer practice. No problem. It's recorded and put in your portal. New, fresh content, like doing this 24 times on 24 different topics. And then the money on it, it's $5,000 for 2 years. So if you sell one house, you paid for it probably twice over in Woodbridge.